that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Catch made. It's Moreau. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for Las Vegas.
To throw his Carr. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So the Broncos coming out now. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Let's go, yo! Let's go, man. What's the deal, y'all?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get on the 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, he's got it. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead 4th quarter they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking, and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Brandon McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Let's rock and roll. Now.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on